with my morning inspiration. And this morning on my morning inspiration, I just want to talk about greatness comes with a heavy price tag. And the reason why I say that is because, you have a lot of people out here in this world that they want to be great. They want to be, great at doing something, but they just don't realize the price tag that comes behind it. I mean, you can be good at something and it not require such a heavy price tag when you're good at something, because when you're good at something, you just do it good enough to where you can get the results out of it that you want within a good way, but not in a great way. There's a difference in being good at something and being great at something. And when you're striving to be great at something, it comes with a heavy price tag. And there's three things that I believe that is the most important thing that you have to realize that's a part of that heavy price tag when you want to be striving to reach your goal as being great at something versus being good. Because like I said, when you're good at something, you can be just good enough to do what it takes to satisfy your likings or to satisfy someone else's likings, as far as to that point to where you're content, and that's just like, I give you an example. You can get good at doing your 9 to 5 to where you're doing it good enough to where you get the production out you need to get out and you're pleasing your boss, but you never strive for that next level of greatness. Now, this is why I say greatness comes with a heavy price tag, because number one, before you can be great at anything in this world, that you have to make a decision to be great at it. And when you make a decision to become great at something, that's when you put your whole heart into it, and you made that decision to be great at that, and you're gonna do any and everything in your power to be the best at whatever it is you're trying to achieve. And that's when you make that decision. That's the first step of you getting yourself in line with being great at something, being the greatness at something. And that's a part of the price tag, is making the decision. That's number one, because once you make that decision, now you set that decision in your mind that to where you are committed, to achieving that. But then that's number one, is making your decision, to get that decision in your mind that you're striving for that greatness in whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. It doesn't matter what you're trying to accomplish, but if you're trying to achieve the level of greatness, it comes with a heavy price tag. And the first thing is, within that heavy price tag, is to make a decision. And then the next thing that you have to do is once you make a decision, then you have to be dedicated. You have to be dedicated to that decision. No matter what's going on in your life, you got to be dedicated to that decision that you made to become great at it. Because when you dedicate yourself to something, you strive as hard as you can to accomplish that. So now you know that you're dedicated to striving greatness. Say, for instance, you want to strive greatness within your lifestyle, to where you're setting up together a schedule and a plan to where you want to get in great physical shape. You want to receive greatness in the physical shape alignment and lose the weight and get in shape and do all. That's once you make your decision that you're going to do that, now you have to follow out through that. And then you have to put together a plan. And then you have to put together a plan to where you can reach that greatness within it. And then once you put together a plan, and then once you become dedicated to it, and then now you're dedicated to that plan, but you also have to make a commitment to that plan, to where I'm committed to this no matter what I do, whatever I decide to do, I'm committed to achieving this greatness that I'm striving to achieve in my life. And I'm not going to allow no one, and no matter what they say or what they do, stop me from achieving this greatness that I'm setting out to achieve in life. Because Because my thing is, I realize that if I want to achieve this greatness, it comes with a heavy price tag, and these are the things that I have to do. You know, I have to make a commitment and be committed to it. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what nobody says or does, and no matter how rough the road gets within you trying to achieve that greatness, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve and become great at it, you know, you got to know that I'm committed to this. I'm not going to allow nothing. I know life is going to happen to me, but when life happens, I'm going to get back up. I'm going to dust myself off, and I'm going to continue to stay committed to this, to achieving this greatness in whatever task that is that you're trying to achieve. And then once you do that, then, you know, once you make a decision, and then once you commit yourself to it, and then you have to, the next thing is you have to have consistency. You have to be very consistent in what you're doing if you want to achieve greatness, because your consistency in what you're doing, it revolves around your greatness. All these things play in together. You know, you take action, and then once you take action, then you make a decision, and then once you make that decision, and then you make a commitment, and then after that you have consistency. But all those things play into that part of greatness. And once you get all those things in line with inside of your head, no matter what you got going on in your life, you're gonna achieve that greatness that you're trying to achieve. But you just have to know that that greatness starts within inside of you. You know, number one, you gotta put together some action. Then number two, you gotta make a decision. And then number three, you know, you gotta be committed to that decision. And number four, you have to have consistency. And if you do all those things, now that greatness that comes with that heavy price tag, you'll achieve that greatness, because now you know what that price tag is. A lot of people in life want to achieve certain things in life, but they do not know the major steps that they have to do and the sacrifices that they have to take in order to get to the next level in life, to where they want to go, to achieve that greatness that's within, that comes with that heavy price tag. And we should all know, if you want to be great at anything in the world that you do, or anything that you say, possibly, or whatever the case may be, and you want to be great at it, then you got to know that it comes with a heavy price tag. You have to know that you know, because you cannot achieve greatness by being mediocre. Mediocre people do not achieve greatness. You cannot achieve greatness by being okay. Okay people do not achieve greatness. In order for you to achieve greatness, you've got to have consistency within whatever you're doing. No matter what it is you're doing, you have to allow yourself to put that consistency into it in order to be able to bring out that greatness. But you cannot get that consistency if you don't, number one, take action, number two, make a decision, and number three, be committed to your decision, and number four, have that consistency. But all four of those things play into your greatness in achieving whatever you want to achieve in life, if you want to be great at it. You know, and the greatness lives inside of you, so you have to pull that extra out of you so you can achieve that greatness. A lot of times people don't achieve their greatest level in life is based upon the effort that they put into achieving it. You know, they tell themselves that they cannot make it, they cannot do these things. And when you're trying to achieve greatness, you cannot have no thoughts of negativity in your mind. Everything has to be positive in your mind, and you have to know and trust and believe that the decision that you have made, that the schedule that you have put together and planned, you know, number one, that the action you have taken, the decision you have made, and then the commitment that you have made also, and then the consistency that you are doing you got to know within those 4 things that's going to help you achieve your greatness that you're looking for, that comes with a heavy price tag. But you got to be willing to put in the work that it takes for you to get to that level to where you want to achieve that greatness that comes with that heavy price tag that lives within the inside of you. And you got to pull it out. You got to awaken that giant that's inside of you to strive to have that consistency within yourself so you can achieve that greatness in whatever thing that you're trying to accomplish in life. You know, I'll give you an example. If you say you're going to invest in yourself and you don't make a decision to do nothing, you know, if you don't, number one, you say you're going to invest in yourself and you don't put no action into it, and you don't make no decision to do nothing, and you're not committed to it, and you have no consistency within doing it, you're not going to achieve that greatness that you're looking for. You got to, in order for you to achieve that greatness that comes with that heavy price tag, if you want it bad enough and you're hungry enough for it, you got to go out there and put in the action that you need to do to make it happen. You got to do the producing, whatever type of producing that you have to do in order to achieve that greatness that you're striving for. So what we need to realize this morning, when we say that we want great things in life, we got to know that those great things in life that we want comes with a heavy price tag. And we got to be willing to do what it takes to go out there and get it. You know, we can't sit back and say, okay, I want to get away from this 9 to 5 and wake up each and every day and have them put together a schedule and a plan as to how you can get away from that 9 to 5. That's not achieving your greatness. That's just making a statement of saying what you want to do, but you're not putting no action to it. You know, it was an old saying back in the days when I was growing up, and my mom used to tell me action speaks louder than word, and it does. You can say 1,000,000 times what you want, and you can say that you want greatness and you deserve greatness, but if you don't go out there and put in the action and take the action and make the decision and become commitment and become committed to it, you know, take action, make a decision, become committed to, make a commitment to it, and have consistency within what you're doing, then you're never going to achieve that greatness that comes with that heavy price tag. But a lot of people don't want to achieve that greatness that comes with that heavy price tag because they don't want to put in the necessary work that it takes for them to achieve that greatness that comes with a heavy price tag. So this morning, what I'm saying to you in my morning inspiration is, if you want to achieve greatness in your life, you've got to know that greatness comes with a heavy price tag, and you've got to know that number one, you have got to take action. Number two, you have got to make a decision. Number three, you have got to be committed to it. And number four, you have to have consistency within doing it. You cannot do it with consistency on one day and then the next day halfway do it. You got to have consistency within doing it on a 24-hour basis. There's 24 hours in a day. You got to have consistency within doing it. And if you're doing it part-time or whatever, then whatever hours that you have to do, whatever it is that you want to, so you can achieve that greatness in that level, whatever you're trying to accomplish in life, when you have those hours to where you can have consistency within doing it, you have to put in those consistency hours in doing it if you want to achieve that greatness that comes with a heavy price tag. See, a lot of people say what they want, but nobody wants to take the action to get it. I'll say that again. A lot of people say what they want, but nobody wants to take the action to get it. But you got to realize, if you want something in life, you got to be the go-getter to go get it. You got to be the one to take that action. You got to be the one to make that decision. You got to be the one to become committed. You got to be the one to have that consistency within you so you can achieve that. So I'm telling you right now, if there's anybody out there right now that is trying to achieve greatness in their life or in their lifestyle or whatever they're doing, you got to know that it comes with a heavy price tag. And I have just given you the 4 nuggets. That's the heavy price tag that you have to do if you want to achieve that greatness that you're looking for and that greatness that lives within inside of you. And then that comes with that heavy price tag, because everybody in the world has greatness inside of them, but they just have to be willing to know that it comes with a heavy price tag, and you just gotta do what it takes in order to bring that greatness out of you so you can achieve that greatest level of success in your life, whatever you're trying to do. But know that you can achieve it, but just know that you have to put in the work in order to get there. You know, it's just like anything in life. If you want something in life bad enough, you're gonna put in the necessary work that you need to in order to get it. You know, say for instance, if you look at a house and you say, hey man, I want this house. So what do you have to do? You have to put together, number one, you have to make a decision that the house is yours. Then number two, you have to dedicate yourself to doing whatever it takes to get that house. Number three, you have to make a commitment to yourself, no matter what it is, that you're gonna be committed to doing whatever you do, you know, once you decide to you know, put that action in, and then you make that decision, and then you have to make that commitment. And then once you make that commitment, then you have to have consistency within doing whatever it takes in order for you to get to the point to where you want to be in life, so you can achieve that greatness that's going to get you that house that you want. But number one, like I said, you got to take action, you got to make a decision, and then you got to make a commitment, and then you got to have consistency within your commitment. But that all revolves into one big thing, which is dedication. Because dedication is the sum up of all those things that I said. Because if you're not dedicated, you know, then you're not gonna achieve none of that. You know, if you put together action and you make a decision and you become committed and you become and you make a commitment to it, and then you put consistency in it. But the fifth thing that revolves around that whole thing that puts it all together is your dedication. You have to be dedicated to doing those things. And dedication is the number one thing, the number one thing that sums those four things up. You know, it's kind of like, you know, putting it all in categories, you know, but at the top of the umbrella is dedication. Dedication is where it all starts. That's the number one thing that you have to have within yourself before you can get that, awaken that greatness that's within inside of you. But you have to follow those steps. But you have to know that all those steps revolve around your dedication to yourself. And then all those other things fall in place: your actions, your decision, your commitment, your consistency, all revolves around your dedication. So you just have to know, if you want to, that greatness that comes with a heavy price tag, if you want to be able to get that greatness and live that great lifestyle or lose that weight or whatever you're trying to do, you just got to realize that the number one thing in order for you to achieve that is you got to be dedicated. And if you're dedicated to it, you will achieve it. You know, because it said whatever the mind can conceive, it will achieve. But it revolves around your dedication. But these are the four steps that revolve, that starts your dedicating process. Is number one, you got to put in action. Number two, you got to make a decision. Number three, you got to have a commitment. You got to be committed to it. Number four, you have to have consistency. And if all that revolves around being dedicated, because if you're dedicated to something, you are doing those four things because you want that greatness with that heavy price tag and what it comes with. So my advice to you this morning, if you're trying to achieve a next level in life, which is the greatest level, you got to know that it comes with a heavy price tag. But the thing is, you have to ask yourself, how much am I willing to sacrifice in order to complete that task that carries that heavy price tag. Because when you strive for greatness, there's a lot of things along the way that you have to deal with, you have to endure with. So you have to ask yourself, are you ready? Are you ready for the greatness that comes with a heavy price tag? And if you are ready for that greatness that comes with that heavy price tag, then you got to do what it takes in order to get there. But just remember, number one, you got to take action. Number two, you got to make a decision. Number three, you got to be commitment. You got to make a commitment. Number four, you have to have consistency. But all that revolves around one big thing is dedication. Dedication sums up all four of those words. If you're dedicated, you have all that. Because when you're dedicated to something, you're going to do whatever it takes to achieve it. You're not going to allow nobody to stop you. You're not going to allow what people say. Matter of fact, you don't even hear what they say because your eyes is on the prize. Your eyes is on knowing that greatness comes with a heavy price tag, and you're willing to sacrifice and do whatever it takes to cash out that tag, that price tag that greatness comes with. You're willing to do whatever it takes. You're willing to take action. You're willing to make a decision. You're willing to have be committed, make a commitment. You're willing to have consistency. And that's how the greatness that comes with a heavy price tag, that's how you get it. So if you want to achieve greatness in your lifestyle, then just remember, you got to follow those 4 steps, and you got to know that all those 4 steps revolve around your dedication to whatever you're trying to do. But you got to have dedication in order to achieve anything in life, because if you're not dedicated to it, you cannot achieve it. That's just the bottom line. And each and every one of you all that are trying to do something, and you may have failed, but this is my advice to you. Become more dedicated to it and apply those 4 steps that I just gave you, as advice. And if you're trying to achieve that greatness that comes with that heavy price tag, don't give up, because a quitter never wins and a winner never quits. And you're not a quitter, you're a winner. When times get hard, endure the storm. You know what I'm saying? When the waves get bumpy, ride the waves. When challenges and things get difficult, if you want to achieve that greatness, you have got to learn how to deal with it. When things stress you out, when you're trying to achieve that greatness within that goal that you have, sometimes step back, take a break, think about it, and figure out another avenue. You know what I'm saying? Or put more action into your plan. Become more, make a decision, a higher decision than you did the first time. Become more commitment. Speed up your level of consistency. There's all sorts of ways to where the whole thing will revolve around your dedication, being dedicated to it. Because like I said, if you're dedicated to something, then you're gonna win. You're gonna win. It's just like if you dedicate something to somebody, or whatever, and you say, hey, this is my dedication to you, that you achieve this, you do that. So now you're telling that person that, hey, you're gonna be able to do that. Tell yourself the same thing. Tell yourself that you can dedicate yourself to becoming great at something, and that greatness that comes with a heavy price tag. Tell yourself, no matter how hard it is, you're gonna stay dedicated to it, and you're gonna achieve it. Because the only way you're gonna achieve it is your dedication. But those 4 steps that I gave you within taking action, making a decision, being committed to it, and having consistency, you can win, but you got to know that it revolves around your dedication. Because if you're not dedicated to something, you're not going to win at it. Because when you're dedicated to something, there's nothing that can stop you from achieving it, because you already have become dedicated to it. It's like, okay, this is my dedication. I'm dedicated to this particular thing, and I'm not going to stop until I win at it. I'm not going to stop until I know that greatness that comes with that heavy price tag, that I'm gonna achieve this greatness because I'm gonna do everything in my power that I have to do in order to achieve that greatness that comes with a heavy price tag because I'm dedicated. So my advice to you, if you want to achieve anything in life, apply those 4 steps I just gave you and become dedicated to it, and you will achieve it. But you just got to know, if you want to be great at something, greatness comes with a heavy price tag. You know, you can be good and that's okay. But in order to be great, you got to step up your level. You got to know that greatness comes with a heavy price tag, and you got to be in the position to do what it takes to alignment yourself and do the steps that you need to do so you can cash out that heavy price tag that greatness comes with. But number one, like I said, you got to take action. You got to make a decision. You got to be commitment, and you got to have consistency. And I guarantee you, if you follow those 4 steps in your life and whatever you're trying to achieve, and you realize if you're trying to achieve it to the greatest level that you want to be at it, you realize that greatness comes with a heavy price tag, and you are able to do what you need to do and become dedicated to it, you will win. You will win, but you just have to realize that greatness comes with a heavy price tag, and you have to be committed to it in order to achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve to your greatest level of success. But you got to know that it comes with a heavy price tag, and you got to know that it's going to take some sacrifice, and you got to know that you cannot just sit up here and talk about what you want and not put no action together and not make no decision and not become committed to it and not have consistency within it, because that's your dedication that revolves around you being able to achieve whatever it is you're setting out to achieve. You know, like I said, being dedicated to it sums the whole thing up. You know, once you get that, then you know that, hey, that's where it's at. But you have to realize that it all revolves around you and who you are and how you perceive yourself as who you are. And when I say who you are and how you perceive yourself as who you are, I'm gonna take it a step further. How you perceive your thoughts in your mind process as who you are. And that's how you can achieve that greatness that comes with that heavy price tag, because it's all about the thought process that is inside of your head whenever you're thinking or doing a certain thing. You know, you need to know that your thought pattern process revolves around your everyday lifestyle. So if you want to be great at something, have that great thought pattern process, and then you will get that greatness that you're looking for. But you can't get great at something when you believe that you're good. You got to believe beyond good. You got to believe great. You got to believe that you can achieve greatness. Whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. So if you want to achieve that greatness that comes with that heavy price tag, then you got to adapt your mind to greatness that's inside of you. And that greatness that's inside of your mind, you got to find a way to manifest it up out of you. And you got to know that it comes with a heavy price tag. And you got to know that there's going to be some obstacles that you're going to have to climb over in whatever you're trying to achieve in life. And it comes with a heavy price tag if you want to be great at it. And you just got to know that. But you got to be able to have, and when you're trying to achieve something in life, greatness, you got to be able to have a visualization to be able to already visualize yourself and already being there, and you have already achieved that greatness, you know, that comes with that heavy price tag. You got to already see yourself somewhere. Just like I gave you an example. You know, you want the big house with the 3-star car garage. You got to already believe that you done already put together the action. You got to already believe that you've already made the decision. You got to already believe that you already have you've already put the action together. You've already made the decision. You've already came committed. And now you have the consistency within getting to the point to where you need to be. My words got a little jumbled up because I talk fast. But like I said, I'm gonna say that again, because I think I might have said it too fast and somebody didn't understand it. I said, if you want that big house, you gotta already believe that you've already made that decision. Then number one, you gotta already believe that you've already taken that action. Number two, you gotta already believe that you've already made that decision. Number three, you gotta already believe that you've already became committed. Number four, you gotta already believe that you already have that consistency that it takes for you to be able to get that house. And then number three, the one that revolves around and sums it all up is your dedication to yourself and how bad do you want what you said you wanted. Because if you're dedicated enough to getting it, you will get it. But you got to know that those 4 steps, you got to take action, the decision, and then you got to make a commitment, and then you got to have consistency. That's where the greatness comes with a heavy price tag, because to me, all those 4 things that I just named are heavy price tags. Because anybody and everybody, they just cannot just do that. They have to train themselves how to do that. And that's why I say self-education is very important, because you have to know, just like my topic yesterday, when I said, degrees get you a paycheck, but self-education, degrees make you a paycheck, but self-education makes you a living. That's the truth. What I'm telling you right now, in order for you to achieve that greatness that lives within inside of you, then you have to realize that you got to self-educate yourself in order to get to that greatness that comes with that heavy price tag. Because with you just having an average mindset of just being good, you're not going to be great. That's just the bottom line. You have to realize that if you look back on your life and you say, hey, okay, I went to school for 4 years, I got a degree, and now I'm still working a 9-to-5, and I'm still time broke. I'm still living from paycheck to paycheck, and I'm still drowning in student loan debt. Now, if you want to get away from that situation, then you got to look over here on the other side of the coin and say, okay, I've been self-educating myself for X amount of years before I was over here in this world doing this. And now, since I've been self-educating myself, I've made more money through self-education than I've ever made through a 4-year degree of going to college, and which I have. I have made more money through self-educating myself than I ever made with my 4-year college degree that I obtained my 4-year Bachelor of Science degree in criminal justice with a concentration of forensic investigation. And then when I got out of college, graduated, I was drowning in from $80,000 to $100,000 in student loan debt. But you know what? I realized, I said, you know what? I cannot continue to live my life this way. I cannot continue to live my life average. Or I cannot continue to live my life selling. So I had to realize that greatness came with a heavy price tag, but I also had to realize, what steps am I going to do in order to start striving towards getting that greatness that I want in my life that comes with that heavy price tag? Am I willing to go over those obstacles that I know that's going to hold me back along the way? And I did, and look at me today. Now I live a way much better life than when I was working a 9-to-5. I have way much more time than I did when I was working a 9-to-5. I have way much more money than I did when I was working a 9-to-5. I'm halfway paid off on my student loan debt than when I was working a 9-to-5. So just look at it. If you want that greatness that lives within inside of you that comes with that heavy price tag, you just got to know that you got to do some things. You got to be willing to become that action taker and that decision maker and ready to make a change. And now you can achieve that greatness that lives on the that greatness that comes with the heavy price tag that lives on the inside of you. But in order for you to find out what the heavy price tag is that greatness comes with, you got to get it up out of you first and put together, take action, make a decision, a commitment, and have consistency and dedication. And if you do that, then you will get to that level to where that greatness that comes with a heavy price tag, you'll be able to awaken that greatness within you, and then you can live the lifestyle that you want, and you'll be able to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish in life, because you will know that you have followed those 4 steps that I gave you, and you will be able to awaken. You'll be able to know that that greatness comes with a heavy price tag, and that greatness that is inside of you, you'll set fuel to that fire inside and awaken that greatness. And now you will get to that level of greatness that you're looking for, but you just got to know that it comes with a heavy price tag. So, like I said, once again, my name is Greg Young, coming to you live from Davenport, Florida, with the morning inspiration. And I pray and I hope that my inspiration message that I gave to you this morning, that greatness comes with a heavy price tag, that you take some of those nuggets that I gave you and you apply them to your daily lifestyle. And I guarantee you, if you're trying to achieve that greatness that comes with that heavy price tag, you will get there. But you just have to, number one, action, decision, commitment, consistency, dedication sums it all up. And like I said, that's what you have to do. So like I said, I don't know where you are in life. I don't know what you're looking for in life. I don't know where you are financially, mentally, physically, or whatever. But all I can say is my advice to you, just know that greatness comes with a heavy price tag, and just ask yourself, are you willing to pay that price that it takes to achieve that greatness? And once again, my name is Greg Young, coming to you live from Davenport, Florida. And I just want to thank each and every one of you all for stopping by my morning inspiration this morning, because it's been truly a blessing with all the views, the likes, the comments, the shares. And I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you supporting me and my wife, and us building this platform of inspiring people throughout the world and giving them nuggets so they can live a better lifestyle than they did the day before, or letting them know that they don't have to settle for certain things in life. Life is a choice and a decision, and you hold that control to that decision. And like I said in one of my other inspirations, the key to unlock the key to your own success door. So don't let nobody else, but knowledge is the key to unlock the key to your own success door. And you just remember those things. And I just pray that those things that I've been saying, down through the morning inspiration that I've been doing has been very inspiring to you. And I just do me a favor, come in and share on this video. And, God bless you all. If you're going out to work this morning, drive safe on the highway. If you're going to church to praise God this morning, pray for me, I'll pray for you. And just God bless you all. I just want each and every one of you all to have a wonderful day and a blessed day, no matter what you're doing this morning, working from home, whatever you're doing. If you're just getting out to enjoy the sunshine, just be safe, and just remember that God loves you and so do I, and have a blessed day, and goodbye.